Guys, don't starve. Haven't played it in a while, but there are some very lovely things about this game. From the art style to the just pure quirkiness of it. Starts when this guy named Wilson discovers some archaic knowledge through a very vocal radio. And things go haywire. He gets sucked into a portal. And that's more or less where we start the game. And as the name implies, we try not to starve. But oddly enough, there are many other ways to die. So I feel like it's a bit of a tongue-in-cheek type of title to How Not to Die. So we're gonna go ahead and let this world load up. Very fun game from Klei Entertainment, Klei, but they say it was a play, so it's Klei. One thing that we're gonna have to start looking for already when we begin the game, as the name implies, is a way not to starve. This is the quote-unquote antagonist of the game, Maxwell, and you can tell by this red bee, it is now springtime. So first thing we're gonna do is try to go around, collect some grass. There's many other characters to play in this game, but I figured the best way to introduce this game to people is go ahead and play with Wilson, since he's the quote-unquote default character. Every character has their own little perks and whatnot, and his happens to be to grow a lovely beard. In the upper right-hand corner, you'll see a chronometer, as I call it, that dictates how long you have in a day. Day being the yellow portion in the upper right-hand corner, dusk being the red portion, and nighttime, which is extremely dangerous, is the dark blue portion. Also to note, excuse me, is the hunger meter, the health meter, and the sanity meter. Run out of sanity, you start going crazy, and crazy things start happening. Run out of hunger and you'll start starving to death, which is a big no-go, because that's the name of the game, is to not starve. And of course, if you run out of health, you die. So what we're doing right now is just running around collecting some resources. One thing that you'll really want to be on the lookout for is some flint, because there it is, because flint is how you build majority of the beginning weapons that you're gonna need, or tools I should say. There we go. Hitting L2 will allow you to build up a menu of things that you can build. I'm gonna go ahead and try to build a pickaxe in hopes that I find another flint or a rock before I need some wood. This game has different seasons, which have different traits. Like springtime is known for its long dusk period, and it's constant raining. Ooh, roads. These things are roads. You travel along the roads to walk a little faster. I like to believe they can lead you to very useful things, but sometimes roads just stop out of nowhere. Uh-oh. These things are called clockwork enemies. This is a clockwork knight. And these are gears. This is what you usually get for killing the clockwork knights. But since they were sitting there already, I'm just gonna snatch them and run, because I'm not ready. Not ready to fight. Leave me alone. Okay, since I found another piece of flint, I'm gonna go ahead and make an axe and equip that axe and chop down some trees so I could grab me some wood. I'm gonna continue searching for a rock quarry. One thing that you're gonna want to locate at the beginning of this game is either not a swamp. This is a swamp area. It's known to be very dangerous, so I'm gonna avoid it at all costs. I'm gonna hightail it away. Get some berries. But one of the first things you're gonna want to find is beefalo and or some rocks. Beefalo are really helpful in that they provide a large amount of poop, and a rock quarry is good because it's usually where you'll find some gold, which will let you make more advanced items that you're going to need to survive. Like at this present point in time, I'm going to use some of this grass to make a hat. It's going to help me not get as wet, because one thing that you could see, there's an additional little bobble over there under the sanity meter, which is your wetness meter. As you get more and more wet, things get a little more difficult for you if you're trying to survive. Move, I want those seeds. Let me see, I'm actually gonna run around for a little bit and hopefully not die. So I'll see you guys in a minute. Okay. Well, things have gotten from bad to worse, because apparently I just died. Like I said, I haven't played this game in a while. I'm gonna go ahead and hit retry, load up a new world. But this game's based on a lot of decisions. It forces you to make a lot of decisions that could very well mean the difference between life and death. Like I chose to run by some mermen, which are very dangerous, and I aggroed them. And by aggroing them, I seem to have let them chase me throughout the night, so I was running around getting slapped in the face by these things. I couldn't fight back. So, you know, I died. But it's okay, because that's one thing you will do in this game is die. Again, and again, and again. So, like last time, we're gonna run around and try to gather some grass, some twigs. This time we seem to have spawned during fall, which is good and bad for two reasons. It's good because, oh, awesome touchstone. If you ever find a touchstone, go ahead and activate it, because if you ever die, you'll be born back at the touchstone. Now, you won't have any of the stuff that you were carrying, but at least you'll still be alive. But like I was saying earlier, we're gonna try to find some rocks and some beefalo, as well as mapping out the area. But being spawned during fall time allows us to not have to worry about constant raining and crazy mating beefalo, but that also means that we have only 19 days to prepare for the winter, which to me is one of the hardest times of this game. Grass stops growing, twigs stop growing, almost all crops just cease to grow, which as you can imagine kind of mitigates your ability to not starve. I want to find another flint. And a good tactic that I advise to people is when you start in a world to just explore for the first couple days if you can. Okay, rocks. So that means there's probably a rock quarry nearby. And flint. Which allows us to make a pickaxe. Allows us to pickaxe a rock. Pickaxing isn't a word, but I feel like we need something more exciting than just mining. So pickaxing is going to be our term. We're using it. So we're just gonna run around and try to map the area out. Hopefully we'll start seeing some more berry bushes or some carrots on the ground, because right now it's looking kind of scarce as far as materials go. All right, we've ran into a rock quarry, which usually has some gold. Spiders. Ow. Oh, that's awesome. There's just a random pickaxe sitting out here on the ground. Cool. Oh. One of the main ways to move forward in this game, if you will, because this is one of those games where you kind of can't win. You just try to see how long you can survive. But one of those ways to move forward is to collect 4 different things, and I'm not being nondescript here, they're actually things. This is a crank thing. Oh, a free axe, awesome. Uh-oh. First conundrum. Just running out of space. See, one thing to note is that my sanity is currently dropping. Throughout dusk and nighttime, your sanity will drop. Cause you know, nobody likes being outside during the nighttime. I feel more comfortable going back up there. We really want to find some beefalo, since we've already located a rock quarry. It's going to be our first order of business. And while walking around, do not hesitate to go pick up some food, because you're going to need to eat. So, like I mentioned earlier, this game's about decision making, and right now I could make a campfire. Uh-oh. I can make a campfire to set up for the night, or I could just make a torch and continue to run around. which is what I'm going to do. But I really don't advise that to people that are kind of new to this game, because that could quickly go bad. Hell, that's how I died last time. I'm gonna try to keep running, not waste any time. Try to hopefully find some beefalo. And for anybody playing this on PS4, there's a thing that you can do if you ever find yourself having to make a rash decision extremely quickly. You can hit R2. What this usually is meant for is to allow you to sift through your inventory. I assume they allowed this on the PS4 instead of the PC, and not on the PC simply because we don't have the, you know, the clickability, the ease of going through our menus and whatnot. But you could usually use that to your advantage and just take a breather. If anything crazy happens, just hit R2 and it'll bring up your menu and allow you to sift through it. Whoop, like right there, my light ran out and I need to make another one. So I'm going to eat this, make a torch, and then go on about my business. Oh, and yes, I hear beefalo. Awesome. Cool. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. Alright, so this beefalo over here. There's a bunch of rocks over this way. It seems to be an autumn or a fall biome. I call it a fall biome. I don't know the proper name for it. I should probably do some wiki research. But there seems to be a fall biome to the south of us. So I don't think it's a bad idea to keep heading south, since we've already found some awesome beef. Yeah, okay. I was about to say, is that just one? Never seen just one beefalo. Alright, fall biomes are pretty decent. They have a bunch of mushrooms, bunch of flowers. Usually have a good amount of food. You also usually have this statue, which will come in pretty handy later on in the game, called a Gloomer statue. But we'll cross that bridge once we get to it. Right now, since we found beefalo, we seem to have a decent area in which we could go and find rocks and stuff. Another rock quarry with a bunch of spiders. But it seems to be next to a pig village. And it is a pig village. This is amazing. Okay. So what we're going to do is probably set up east of here. Because you don't want to be too close to a pig village. Because every once in a while, there's a full moon. And shit gets cray. You ever seen a werepig? No? Good, because you don't want to. Those things are pretty vicious. Alright, I feel like here's a good spot to try and set up. So, let's chop this tree down. Stake our claim on the land. First order of business is to create a science machine. Bow! In doing so, we're now able to make more things, like a shovel, and hopefully a backpack. Boom! More inventory space is always a good thing. So, next order of business is try to make a alchemy engine, but we're gonna need some other things like cut stone, which takes 3 stone to make. So we can make these electrical doodads. Seed boards. We need more wood, but luckily we're surrounded by trees. Cool. The reason I made the shovel is because you could actually dig up the stumps. Trees do not regrow from stumps. You have to replant them. So these stumps are basically going to be an eyesore and useless. So you might as well just go ahead and dig them up and collect that extra bit of wood every time you chop a tree down. I'm blind. Where's my... There it is. Boop. All right. All right. I'm gonna do some searching around and some gathering, and I'll come back when I got something interesting to show you or nighttime rolls through. All right, we're back. I've finally got enough stuff to go ahead and make an alchemy engine. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to make a hammer and break the science machine. Why would you do that, you ask? Well, the alchemy engine actually allows you to make everything a science machine will make. So there's kind of no point in having it. You could just break it and get your resources back. Probably should try to explore this biome a little more often. The reason I like setting up in these biomes is because they usually have green mushrooms, which help with sanity. They have a lot of the birch nut trees, which of course obviously can let you have a good source of wood. But also when you cut down medium to large size birch trees, you'll get birch tree nuts, which you can either use to replant the birch trees or you can cook them for food. So I'm wandering around a little bit, trying to get the most out of this daylight. We're gonna go ahead and run back. That thing is called a catcoon. Yes, they name their animals kind of like the mix of two different things. But my favorite is the moose, which is a mix between a goose and a moose. But hopefully we won't run into that anytime soon. All right, so fire pit gives you light, allows you to cook things, and keeps you relatively warm. So let's go ahead and cook these carrots up. Cook up one of these bad boys. I like to just have it on standby, just in case my sanity starts dropping. Next, what we're gonna make is some well, I was gonna make some boards to make a chest, but apparently I'm out of wood. Let's go ahead and make another axe. Chop this down. Dig that up. All right, we need 2 more wood. Uh-oh. Daytime, hurry up. There we go. I actually try to find the tallest birch nut trees, because even though it takes a little bit more wear from your axe than the small one and the medium ones, you get more out of it. We're gonna come back, build us a lovely chest, which takes 3 boards. Booyah! Chest number 1. And we can hit R2 and do the thing that everybody hates to watch, item management. So I'll hit you guys up when I'm done. And we're back. One thing that I noticed while I was doing my dreaded inventory management is that we are extremely low on rocks. Well, we're not. We actually don't have any rocks. So what I'm gonna do is take a couple of these berries and cook them up. Should be enough. And we're gonna go revisit those spiders. We have a spear now, so we should be able to fight them off way more efficiently than just swinging at them with our fists. What I usually actually like to do is get a wood vest while I'm at it, but we're running kind of low on axe and wood materials. So we're just gonna try to push this guy over. Hope that he helps. Help me! Yes! We'll just go ahead and break these spider farms up, or spider dens up, excuse me. Because these things grow over time. And the more they grow, the more spiders they'll spawn. Which sounds like an easily manageable thing, but they start spawning different types of spiders. One of which being is a spider queen, which is extremely detrimental to your health. Oh, I shouldn't have ran through the... Yes. Yeah. She'll never take me alive. Yeah. Oh, bad idea, bad idea, bad idea. Almost died. Okay, that could have gone a lot better. There's already a level 2. No, there's 2 level 2s. Well, one of the 3 things you can get from killing a spider is a spider gland, which will give you some health back. Which we desperately need actually right now. Well, I wanted to come over here and clear these dens out, but apparently we just gotta be happy enough to walk away with our lives and some rocks. A few rocks. What the hell is that? There it is. Boom. Doesn't do much, but does enough. Take him out. Take him out. While they're fighting that poor pig, I'm gonna come over here and do what I do best. Just be sneaky. Whoa. Okay. Whoop. Going home. I don't think that pig's gonna make it. Poor guy. Nope. Did he make it? Nope. Did he drop anything we can pick up? Nope. Well, I guess we're headed back home. All right. Might as well get some wood before nighttime shows up. So even though we built the fire pit, you do have to constantly put wood in it to keep it aflame. We really need more health. Okay, there's a blue mushroom up here, so we're gonna actually try to come up here when it's nighttime and grab them, because blue mushrooms, they hurt your sanity, but they do wonders for your health. And since we have enough green mushrooms, I figure we could risk it to go a little crazy for a little bit. And blue mushrooms only come out at nighttime. Eventually we'll make a bug net so we can catch some fireflies. Alright. So what you want to do is eat the blue mushrooms completely raw, and then eat a cooked green mushroom. You end up a lot better than when you originally started. Let me see, we're gonna go ahead and put this up, put this up, put this up. Try to make us some more tools that'll help her survive, like a net. I probably actually want to go ahead and make that log suit, which we're going to need 2 ropes to make, but we have no grass. But it's okay, because grass and beefalo are up north. Luckily, we're not hurting for any gold. I'm gonna go ahead and actually drop that niter. We're not gonna need that for a while. Try to see if we can catch any of these fireflies. Yeah! Back to the light. Firefly. Yeah! Cool. We're gonna need those later. All right. Now, 2 things that are extremely valuable in this game are on the opposite ends of the spectrum of what most people would consider worth. One, which is gold. The other one is poop. Because you're going to need poop. And a lot of poop. A shit ton of poop, if you will. So we're just going to pick some of this stuff up. Along with some more grass. Check and see if we can make us a log suit. We got to go back to the alchemy engine. So simply create an alchemy engine does not allow you to make everything. It allows you to prototype things. But once you prototype it, not only will you be able to make it anywhere without the use of an alchemy engine, but you'll also get a good amount of sanity back. So while it's still daylight outside, we're gonna go ahead and run back to our humble abode. And begin to set things on fire. What? Why would that? Why would you set stuff on fire? Because we need charcoal, buddy. We need charcoal for crock pots. Because we're getting kind of hungry and we need to cook. One. We're gonna need 6. This is 3. And I don't like setting large trees on fire because no matter the size of the tree, when you set it on fire, you still get one piece of charcoal. Occasionally, if you set a large one on fire, however, an extra piece of charcoal can pop out, but in my experience, it hardly ever happens to me. Come on, light it on fire. Word of warning though, you see how the tree on fire and the other one caught on fire? Fire actually spreads, which can be extremely dangerous. So you never want to set a fire too close to your base. That's 5. I need to make another pickaxe. But what I'm going to do, since I'm tired of continuously making pickaxes, is I'm going to make a golden axe, excuse me, not a pickaxe, which lasts a lot longer than a normal axe. Alright, for now, I'm going to do some item management and come back when it's time to take those spiders out. And we're back. So check this out, YouTube. Word of warning, you have to choose what kind of armor slot you want to fill up. Because the backpack takes 1 armor slot. Ooh. So does the log suit. So you'll have to drop the backpack in order to get the benefits of the log suit. So as you can see, you can pretty much stun lock these spiders. Just make sure that you're careful. Awesome. So what we're going to do now, since it's almost nighttime, is we're going to head back to the fire pit. Which I believe is up here. Yeah, it's up here. Let's toss them. Piece of wood, start cooking this stuff up. which I normally try to save for the crock pot, but we're actually out of sticks right now. Healing salve, which we don't have enough. So we're just gonna have to use these spider glands as is. You can refine them, if you will, the spider glands, to bring back more health per use, but it takes 2 cut stone, or 1 cut stone, and some ash, and we actually pretty low on stone, have no ash, so it's not something we really want to do. Alright. Actually, I think this is a pretty good stopping point. We'll call it quits. So thanks for joining me. Definitely leave some comments down in the comment section below. Feel free to like, subscribe, see more of this. If you think I'm playing this game like an idiot, I'll be the first to tell you. I know enough to know I don't know shit. Once again, feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.